What is up, geeks? Welcome back to the Geek Man Cave, and it's finally The Last Jedi. What we're going to do, guys, I'm going to talk full spoilers tonight. I'm joined by my good friend Ieuan. Say hello, Ieuan.
Hello.
You should have said hello, Ieuan. That would be much funnier.
Yeah.
We're talking full spoilers. I've just seen... The reason I've left this review so late is because tonight I saw The Last Jedi for a second time. So I wanted to take it in a bit more... Midnight fever, I was a bit tired, so I didn't 100% take the film in, so it was better for me. And my good friend Ieuan, he watched the film tonight as well, so it's fresh in his mind, so we can have a good discussion. But again, guys, spoiler warning, if you haven't seen the film, get out of this video, go watch the film, go buy a ticket, watch the film, come back to this video. So that's your last warning, full spoilers, literally the whole film we're talking about now. Right, so, Swede.
Hello.
His nickname's Swede, by the way, it's not just randomly calling him a vegetable.
Yeah.
Ieuan, Swede.
Hello.
First thoughts, what do you think of the film?
Excellent. Easy 9 out of 10.
Happy
No
days.
shadow of a doubt.
So what did you like about the film? What was your like? Why do you give it 9 out of 10?
The last hour is just absolutely amazing. You couldn't ask any more for Star Wars film, the action. Everything was just amazing the last hour, I thought.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It's one of those films. When I first saw it, I came out and literally spoke for about 2 days non-stop about all the parts I didn't like about it. And I was like, really frustrated. And like a lot of the fans have been putting on the internet about parts they didn't like, plot holes and that kind of things. And again, me and my wife, that's what we did. We spent the last 3 days talking about it.
Yeah.
But seeing it tonight, I forgot how much I loved the film.
Yeah.
How many amazing moments there were. And I think
there's too many.
in regards to taking Star Wars to somewhere new and bringing back that mystery to Star Wars, I feel like it's one step closer to where it should be. Right, so we're going to break down a few of the characters and what we thought about them in the films. And then talking about the story and the plot. So we'll start off with our good friend, Mr. Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker. So what did you think of Luke Skywalker's performance? Well, Mark Hamill's performance as Luke Skywalker.
Very good. Yeah, it's nice to see him back with a more fuller part this time than like Force Awakens.
Yeah, he had like, 30 seconds of non-talk time? Yeah.
No, it's nice to see him back in the action proper.
What did you think about his character in regards to how it developed over the course of the film?
Yeah, at that one point where Kylo's looking back, I didn't think Luke was going to be dark when he attempted to kill him and all that, but it did twist it a bit, so his mind was thinking.
I think, again, a lot of the fans have said they don't like the direction where Luke went, but I like it because...
He did save himself in the end, didn't he?
He did. Yeah. And Luke's always had this destiny thrown upon him in the films he was in Hope all the way to Jedi. We see him develop as a character. He's very immature in the first film, very moany and whiny, kind of does no things. Even in Empire, he's a bit... with Yoda, he acts a bit like Rey was acting in this film. In Jedi, we see him more as a full-grown adult. He's a Jedi, but it's nice to see with all that weight and no one else behind him. Then he had a bit of training with Yoda and Obi-Wan. That he makes mistakes, and the fact that he shut himself off from the Force. I like this. That Luke is a symbol of hope throughout the Star Wars sagas, and in this, he has no hope. But at the end, when they've got nothing left, and Leia even says, that's the spark gone, Luke walks in. Yes, exactly. Which makes for the most amazing ending, like you said.
Well, technically he doesn't walk in, but...
Oh, no, technically he doesn't walk in. No. So, well, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
So, I was happy with the way they took Luke's character.
Yeah.
Like you said, I was a bit, no, we couldn't kill him.
Yeah, exactly.
But it kind of makes him a bit more human, a bit more that he thought... I can't have another Vader. I can't have another...
that's his biggest fear, isn't it?
I can't have it happen again.
No, that's his biggest fear.
And to fail, and my wife said, that she didn't like that Luke almost failed Ben in that kind of sense. But like I said, he's only human.
Exactly, he's going to make mistakes.
Yeah, and
even Jedi make mistakes.
Yoda throws in a wicked... Yeah, Yoda also was that. Yeah. Yoda says that awesome quote that... mistake is the greatest lesson.
Yes, that's what we learned.
He loves a good quote, doesn't he? That'll be on t-shirts now. And I think it is. He hasn't realised that his mistakes actually make him a master.
You've got to make mistakes to progress, haven't you? Yeah. So.
First attempts in learning fail.
Yes, exactly.
Right, so moving on from Luke, the main character, Rey. So she turns up at Luke, he throws the lightsaber. What do you think about the throwing the lightsaber?
I didn't expect that. I did have to build up from the Force Awakens. Just, over the shoulder.
Throw the lightsaber away. I was like, don't throw it away.
Give it to the paw.
What are you doing? I'll have it. Yeah, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was great with the Paul trying to step on it as well. He's looking through the hole like, no. This is going to get pretty dark pretty quick.
Can't have a dead porg.
But yeah, it was, and that was another sign of he didn't care. He lost all hope.
Exactly, yeah. I can see the potential in Ray. Luke good.
So what do you think of Ray in this?
Yeah, it's very good, yeah. Enjoyed it. She, it's nice to see her progressing through the Force now, and then she's obviously a full trained Jedi.
She's catching things pretty quick, isn't she?
Yeah.
Like at the end, she lifts like all those rocks. It took Luke like 2.5 films to lift 3 rocks.
Yeah, considering like at the beginning of the film, she lifted a couple of pebbles. Then at the very end, there's then all the rocks, then, which is good. It's nice to see her progressing up now.
What did you think of her relationship, that link with Kylo?
It was interesting. Definitely at that part with General Snow, and we had those two there then. A bit like Return Empire Strikes Back.
There's a bond that I can, funny enough, in the cinema I could hear, and I did think of it a few times when I first saw it. Are they brother and sister?
Yeah.
Are they related? This link, I know it's obviously Snoke said he was using it, but even after Snoke had died, spoilers! Told you not to stay here. At the end of the film where she's on the Falcon and he looks up, they've still got that connection.
Yeah,
I think,
even though Snoke's gone.
Like I said, we'll go on to Rey's parentage and all that later, but I think there is something there still between those two, and I think maybe in episode 9
we could find,
because from what I can see from the end of this film, she haven't given up on him yet.
No, I'm just, like you said, you've got to find out about her parents yet as well, so that could.
So the big question: Rey's parents. So from the film, we find out that they are no one, literally no one, and that reminds me of that lovely little line by Luke where she's like, "I'm no one, I live in nowhere," and he's like, "Everyone's from somewhere."
Yeah.
She goes, "Jakku," and he's like, "Yeah, actually, Jakku is nowhere."
Yeah.
So they were no one. They were selling it for drink money.
Is that the truth though?
Is it?
So,
is Kylo just trying to twist it?
Yeah, exactly.
Has she literally forgotten it that much?
Yeah.
In a sense, if it is, and I know a lot of fans are not happy with this, that I think because so many theories have come from Force Awakens. It's been 2 years of Snoke's this, Snoke's Mace Windu, Snoke is actually the Emperor's son, and Rey's parents, Obi-Wan, and all this. So to have her as no one, but I think a sense of that is when you look back at New Hope, Luke's. Yes, you know his father's a Jedi and trained with Obi-Wan, but he was no one, he was just a farm boy. By the end of the film, he destroys the massive super weapon.
Yeah, he's the Rebels' New Hope.
And he saves the entire galaxy.
Yeah.
So it's that kind of idea of, there's a hero can be anyone.
Yes,
you don't have to be a princess. Or you don't have to be...
You've got to be in your blood. Or
you don't have to be. And I think that's what that final scene was. That boy with the broom. He is no one child. Was able to use the Force and looked up. And he could be the next big hero kind of thing. And it means that anyone can be a hero.
Yeah.
I think Star Wars has always pushed that kind of... And you don't have to be I'm doing my little fingers now. A little sarcastic fingers. You don't have to be a Skywalker.
No, or Kenobi or...
to do it. You can be anyone.
Yeah.
So what did you think about Rey's parents? You think something else, don't you?
I think it's a lie.
You think that. So why do you think it's a lie?
Well, because they built it up in Force Awakens, didn't they? About her parents and that she doesn't know. And surely, I don't know, I'm still...
And that little, like we said, that little bond with Kylo, there's something else there, I think.
In The Force Awakens, her parents take off on that ship, don't they? And they're begging, Rey's calling to her parents to come back.
Well, that's the thing, because he says, I think, because I've only, the second time I've seen it, he said something like, one's buried in Jakku and one's something. I can't, I'd have to go back and see it again, but that's the case, why would they leave it in a ship? And if they were smugglers, that looked like a pretty nice ship.
Do
you know what I mean?
If they're selling things with drink money, then they can afford a nice ship.
Maybe they sold her to get the ship to get off planet.
True.
You don't know. Maybe it's something that 9 will do. But from Rian Johnson's perspective, I think her parentage wasn't important. And like I said, I think that it's irrelevant to the story of who her parents are. So Kylo Ren, he's now the big supreme leader.
He's the new #1 bad guy.
What did you think about him being?
Yes, he was good. I did think he was going to turn at one point. But...
Did you think he was going to kill Leia in that scene?
Yes, I did,
You did?
Yes.
It was great that he didn't, and then boom, it happened anyway.
Yeah.
And then we got that weird Mary Poppins scene with Princess Leia. I think his character is much better than what... It was
because they smashed the mask up as well. He was just trying to be Vader then, wasn't he?
He wasn't trying to be a Vader clone. He beat himself.
Himself now,
Yeah. I think he still gets that little he's still a child in himself.
Yeah,
the way that
he's still young.
you know when he wakes up after the Snoke battle and he's like, she killed him. Why not say I killed him?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like man up
he's
to
still
it.
Immature. Yeah, still learning.
But I love the scenes with him and Rey.
Yeah, that was
because you could see they both
connection
looking for something and they've got that connection. And like you, I don't believe it was all Snoke.
No.
I think they've had this connection from before.
Yeah.
So I think him being the main guy, the main bad guy, and Snoke being almost like a red herring. Was really good. So Snoke, probably the most shocking part of the entire film.
Shot and death,
he dies. He's dead. He's not well.
Spoiler alert, it's too late for that, but...
Yeah, and my wife, this is the thing that killed the film off for her. That she needs closure. She needs to know, and I know a lot of fans as well have said that they want to know who Snoke was. And I come out of the film and I was like, why didn't they just give us a sentence? Why didn't they have a little conversation? Snoke was trained by the Emperor, or was one of the Emperor's assistants in the Empire. How did he get the First Order?
All we need is a little hint.
A little thing. But no, in Disney and so many Star Wars films coming out, new TV series.
Yeah, it could be in one of the spin-off films.
Could have a comic for himself. But right here and now, we're still like, whoa.
Yeah.
What happened? And he had such potential, I think. I think he was so mysterious and
the film did answer a lot of questions, but there's still one or two lingering.
Just feel like scratching my skin off my face. I'm so stressed out by that. But to be honest, the second time I've seen it now, I really get the thing that, again, is it that important? We know who he is. Again, looking back to the originals.
Yeah.
The Emperor we see in a video, just like Force Awakens, in Empire Strikes Back. Yeah. We see the Emperor and just we know that, Vader isn't the main bad guy. He's got someone he patrols to. But then in the last film, Vader is still the pawn.
Yeah.
And you see him, he's not as dark in the last one, is he, in Return of the Jedi? No. And the Emperor's all using Force powers, just like Snoke did in this film. And his apprentice kills him, and it's the exact same thing that happens in this. Yeah. But more in the sense, I think, the reason he had to die... Again, I do think we should have had a tiny...
Just a hint.
Just a sentence or something of where he comes from. Because everyone knew who he was.
A little flashback or something.
But why... I think he did have to die because he was holding Kylo back.
Yeah, how is he so strong in the Force?
Exactly. And the thing as well, like, my wife picked up on this. She said, if he was a young boy training with Luke. Yeah. And... Luke, when he sensed his darkness, as Snoke already got to him. Yeah. How had Kylo met Snoke before?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Where's this moment when he met Snoke? How does he know? Yeah. Again, could this be answered in a comic, in something else, or in Episode 9?
Spin-off, yeah.
Or is he dead?
Exactly.
Can he just regenerate back? I was honestly thinking halfway through that scene. Yeah, he's going to stand up and still be alive and be like, oh my god, he's immortal.
General Hawks goes in and his body's still wobbling, isn't it?
And his legs fall on the floor. Yeah.
He's still there.
But yeah, I think for Kylo Ren's character, he needed to die because he was suppressing Kylo, wasn't he? Yeah. Making him feel like a child. Yeah. And he was so frustrated with him. Now he's dead, Kylo's confident, like, I'm the greatest fighter in all the galaxy. Which is nice because it's different to Return of the Jedi. Yeah. Whereas he killed the person suppressing him and turned back to the light.
Yeah. But
Kylo's gone the other way.
Yeah.
And I love that scene where he says to her, she's like, Ben, we've done it. And he's like, join me. We can rule the galaxy.
Yes. Yeah.
We can build a new empire exactly like Anakin did.
Yeah.
And I think Kylo's character is what Anakin should have been like in the originals, in the prequels. Right, so let's just talk a little bit more about the story. So we'll talk about the different parts of the story because the film's broken up into 3 bits, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got the big ship's running out of petrol.
The Rebel fleet,
with the Rebel fleet with Leia. You've got the training on Akatosh with Luke and Rey. And you've got Finn and the new Rose character on the casino trying to get the things. What did you think of the whole idea of the fleet, how the film started?
Yeah, the first scene with Poe Dameron and what was the ship called?
The
Dreadnought.
The Dreadnought.
Yeah, that was very good. Enjoyed that. BB-8 trying to fix everything at once was quite humorous.
It was nice as well because it kind of answered that question. Why are the new asteroid droids a circle?
Yes.
Because their heads can turn around and find any of the problems. I really like and there's something, I need a little detail like that. It was really nice. And I gotta be honest, we'll talk about the droids later, but BB-8 was superb.
Very good,
very, very good. Yeah. So a lot of people don't like the fact that they were just running on empty. That they basically, the First Order have got all these massive troops. Why didn't they just intercept them?
Yeah,
and wipe them out.
That,
but my take on it is the First Order knew they were winning. All they had to do was wait on the run of petrol. Why change their strategy? Why go and attack? Why not just, they're on the run. We'll just slowly... And they were destroying their ships throughout the film, weren't they? So,
slowly follow them. And,
why no one thought, let's just empty the ship and hyperdrive straight through the middle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and do that. But I think that, the First Order, they had no need to. They knew they had them. They couldn't escape. They trapped them.
They were trapped, didn't they? So, there's no way out.
Poe. What do you think about Poe in this film?
Yeah, it's very good, yeah. Like you said, get back to that first scene, which was the Dreadnought. That was very good. And
I wanted to see more Poe in this film, and I'm happy the way his character went, because he's very Han Solo, isn't he? He's very hot-headed, very...
very good pilot.
And you can see Leia sees Han in him, can't she? She's very fond of him. And I like the fact he was very hot-headed, and he lost all those lives, and I love that beginning scene, like you said, with the Dreadnought. And the fact that it was Rose's sister, I thought that was a very nice touch. That he changed, and at the last scene then, when they're on the Salt Planet, he says, it's not worth it, pull back. He's kind of matured as a leader kind of thing.
He would make a good leader, Poe.
I think that's why that Leia scene was like, why are you looking at me for? Follow him.
Yeah, exactly.
He's the new leader kind of thing. And that's, I think, what the film is doing. It's respecting the original trilogy, but moving on.
Because The Force Awakens was very similar to New Hope, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I think that's the problem, I think. I think because Star Wars is such a big thing that we expect so much from it that The Force Awakens did what they need to, didn't they? It was A New Hope polished up into a 2015 film. And it worked. It was brilliant. It was so many similarities. I didn't like the whole Starkiller base thing.
No.
I thought it was a bit too...
New Hope.
Too thing. But this, even though it has a lot with Empire, you've got AT-ATs, you've got Yoda, you've got training Jedi, but he did it in such a different way and opened it up. We enjoyed it. Finn and Rose, the new character, what did you think?
Their storyline was quite interesting. Angle we've never seen before. That's because First Order and Resistance buy ships.
I didn't think of it like that. Yeah.
So that's how they make their money, and the little creatures racing. Those all.
Yeah, they were cool. I don't think they were that little racers though. They were like giraffes.
Giraffe cats, I thought they were. But, it's very good. Yeah, nice planet, nice casinos.
Do you think it was relevant to the plot? Because if you think they were still going... The whole reason that they sent them behind his back was to get the Codebreaker to get on the ship so that people could get away. But the one flaw I have with this is, why didn't the woman, after Leia got a thing, why didn't she tell Poe, we're heading for this planet? He never would have sent Finn in the first place.
No, exactly.
The only reason I think they could do that is, one, to make Poe realise that I've cost almost Finn's life because he was going to get executed. I've almost jeopardised everything because I was so hot-headed. But why didn't she tell him? Maybe if they did it in a different way, that he didn't even go and see her, that he said, right, just not listening to her, let's go on.
Just go,
I think it would have been much better, but I think that's why they did it, because to them, they thought they were helping. Right, let's move on to Del Toro's character, the guy who helps them, who doesn't help them.
The Cobra, that's before the Cobra.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, it's good, nice angle. They got him and everything, but turned out to be a traitor, but...
Yeah, he's kind of the balance, isn't he?
I
don't pick a side, that was his kind of thing, wasn't it?
Just whoever pays the highest. Really.
I honestly thought, because I think I've seen this somewhere, and you can comment in the comment section below if I'm wrong, but I've read somewhere that his surname for his character is Fett. Which is like Boba Fett. So I would like maybe that, and he came across quite bounty hunter-ish, didn't he? That he's in it for the money. So maybe, and we'll talk about this in a minute. With Phasma out of the way,
is he gonna be
the new? Because I was thinking for episode 9, you've got Rey and you've got Kylo got to fix. That's a given. Poe is obviously gonna be leading the ships. What's Finn gonna be doing in the next film?
Yes, exactly.
He needs that bounty hunter or that Phasma character to face up against him.
It's got to be someone.
So maybe they've kept him for that. To get his own back. 'Cause he's done the Phasma thing now. Now, talking of Phasma, what did you think of the whole Phasma thing?
It wasn't much Phasma time.
No, Phasma time. Chrome Dome. I did like that comment. Chrome Dome. I loved it when the blaster bounced off her arm. That makes sense. That's why she's got this chrome armor. But again, it came to nothing.
Then when he cracked open her mask, you could see she's actually real.
I like that. I did like that. You could see it, but I don't think she did survive. But I'd really love it to be in the next one, because I'd love to see her more menacing. I'd like to see her wiping out a lot of rebels.
Yeah, to give her that bad
they're shooting
attitude. Yeah.
A bit like, like at the end of Rogue One.
Yeah.
Vader just takes out loads of rebels.
Yeah, just a scene like that.
Her with her staff. How cool that would be if she'd done that.
Yeah.
I just think it's a waste of such a good looking character design. Yes. And she's such a brilliant actress, I think, to use her more.
Yeah. Like I said, they built her up so much. There's little screen time for Phasma.
But again, go back to the original trilogy, Boba Fett.
Yeah.
He's barely in it.
No, that's true.
But he's one of the most loved characters in Star Wars. It's crazy. Yeah. Right, okay, we'll talk a little bit now about droids, porgs, and creatures.
Porgs,
Let's talk porgs.
My girlfriend loves porgs already.
They were great. Fair play. I did enjoy them. And to be honest, one of the things I loved about the film was the humour.
Yes, it was. It didn't overdo it, I think.
No, and I think it used humour, at the right time. And little tiny bits like, we'll talk about the ending bit in a minute because that's just mind-blowing.
Oh, yes.
I think it's the best part of the film. Yeah. But like even the little bits of Mark Hamill, they're superb. Like when he dusts his shoulder.
That is very good.
That's very, it's humour played at the right part. And even like Hux, when I thought Hux was brilliant in this film. Yeah. His little bits like, do you think you got him? It's those little tiny bits of humour, which that's what Star Wars is about.
Yeah, you've got to have little bits. I know, like you said earlier, it's quite a dark film, so a little bit of humour just brightens the mood a little bit.
Are you going to get a porg for your man cave? That's the true question.
Yes, probably, yes.
There's a porg, if you can't see it right now, but there's a porg sitting right behind Swede in his little Funko Pop box.
Yeah. He's probably going to start.
So I bought one for my son as well for Christmas, but it's still going to come up here. Man cave.
Yeah.
So the droids.
Droids, yeah. We didn't see much of the dark BB-8, did we? What's it called?
BB-9E.
BB-9E.
No, I wanted, and to be honest, I hope he comes back in the last film. Yeah. And they have almost a droid fight-off. Yeah. How cool would that be? Yeah. That would be pretty cool. Another thing I want to talk about before we get off, we'll finish the droids first. The only thing I didn't like is I thought I could have seen more R2.
Yes, he wasn't very well, was he?
I'm hoping in the last film we see BB-8 in an X-Wing and R2 in an X-Wing.
Yeah, he did play his memorable message, didn't he?
That scene was pure brilliance. I love that scene where it looks like there is nothing you can say that can get me. And I did say to you before we watched the film, I said, he asked me for a spoiler, so I said R2-D2 swears in this film. And he does swear, he says beep. Yeah. It was beeped out.
Beeped out.
Yeah, so I like the droids, to be honest. Like I said, I wish BB-9E, but now BB-8's got kind of a rival. So I hope they do play with this, because I do really like BB-9E. I love. And if you see any of the Star Wars mini things, I'll show you later. Mini animations. The characters together would be brilliant.
Yes, I agree.
First Order, Executioners. We were both a bit disappointed with them, weren't we?
Yes, because bragged it up, didn't they, with the toys and everything. And
I will warn you, I've just bought the Executioner staff from the Disney shop. And if you're on my channel and you want to see a review, I'll be doing it as soon as it gets you. I'll do a full review on that. But yeah, I just thought, I really like the First Order. I love the look of them. I love the AT-AT.
Yeah.
But again, I know the focus.
I thought they'd seen a bit more of that as well. Some of those new cannons on top, they didn't do a lot, did they? Really?
The only part I did like is when Luke was standing there and he did the whole proper guerrilla kind of stomp before he blasted. I thought that was good. Yeah. But yeah, there wasn't enough. But again, I think this film needed to focus on those characters. It needed to focus on Luke and his journey, Poe, even Leia. Because we haven't talked about Leia much in this talk. No. I think she is one of her best performances as Princess Leia. Yeah. She came across very motherly, head teacher almost kind of, didn't she? Yeah. I loved her almost training Poe to be the next kind of thing. I will say I'm not a fan of the Mary Poppins scene.
No, I agree with that.
I love the fact that she was in danger and she used the Force to save herself.
Yes, you agree
and this is a thing that Jedis can do. But I would have loved it to be a bit more subtle. Yeah. I would have liked her to be in, the room was on fire, getting destroyed, she was going to die, she kind of lifts her arm up, kind of opens the door, or like closes the blast doors with her hands. Something really little. They said, oh my God, she can do it. No.
Float through the air.
I just think we're going to hear that weird music video thing. You know what I'm I can see that video coming so soon. So we'll finish off now. Top 5 moments for people who've seen the film, and if you're watching and you haven't seen the film, and we've basically spoiled it a lot for you. I'll tell you what, we'll do kind of a 5 together.
Okay.
So Yoda.
Yes.
Oh my days. That was such an... do you know, I got quite tearful watching that scene.
Yeah, it is, yeah. It's nice to see this. He's got the same Frank Oz still doing the voice.
Yeah, and I loved it. It wasn't CGI. Don't get me wrong. I do really like the CGI of Yoda in Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
Again, if you're jumping around lightsaber battling, you can't have a puppet doing that. You'll see this guy's arm all the time.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that it was the same one we saw from Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back.
Yes, that was good. Yeah.
It really felt like Yoda was there.
Brought us back. Yeah.
And I loved that he's still training Luke after all this time.
He's gone. Well,
and I'm hoping, I don't think we'll see him again now in episode 9, but I think we'll 100% see Luke.
But we didn't expect him to see him in this one, did we, really?
No. So. I think it was just a brilliant scene.
Yeah.
I think it really, even him hitting Luke in the face with the stick.
Yeah.
I thought it was brilliant. And he's a Force ghost. And he can use lightning and pretty dark side that was Yoda.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
But I think he's one with the Force. He can thing. But I think it was a brilliant touch. Obviously they can't get Alec Guinness to come back as Obi-Wan. And I think that was much more of a moment for Luke.
Yeah, seeing his master.
And it closed it off, the master kind of thing.
Yeah. No, Luke is a master himself.
I really like that.
Yeah.
Next one.
One of my favourite moments was when the AT-ATs were firing at Luke.
Oh my days.
They literally threw everything at him.
Like I said, I love the fact that Luke is always seen as the hope.
Yeah.
He is a new hope.
A new hope, yeah.
And he's the hope of the galaxy. He's a legend. But I love the fact that the kids at the end were playing with the toys. And I noticed in this, they're actually doing that scene
exactly,
with the AT-AT, and they've got a big cannon. I didn't notice that the first time, but it's actually cannon. And they've got Luke, and they're talking about that already. That he's a legend, that he brings hope. And the film was brilliant in the sense that throughout the whole film, Luke has completely lost hope. In himself, in the Jedi, Force, in everything. And when he walks in, after Leia says, well, we fought to the end, we've given up, we've lost the spark, and he walks in.
And the ears are shining.
And that scene is flawless, where he sees Leia. I like that there was a closure. I got really emotional when he was like kissing her head and he gave her Han's dice.
Yeah, that was
Do you know where that dice is from?
Oh, it's from the Falcon.
It is from the Falcon, but why is it in the Falcon? See if you know.
I'm under pressure now.
I got a feeling we're going to see those dice again next year as well.
Oh yeah, we've got the Han Solo origin story, haven't we?
Yeah.
Good, yeah. I have to say no, son.
Right, okay. So, from what I know, and see if my Star Wars memory is right, again, geeks, if I'm wrong, please comment and slag me off in the comment section below. But he won the Falcon off Lando Calrissian in a game of Caravat, I think it was called. I'm not sure, I probably got that wrong. But it's a game using dice.
Yeah.
And he won it off him in that game.
Yeah.
So you know, like you can get the fairy dice to hang over your car. They look awful. I think it's kind of a little thing to that.
So,
and if you check Vanity Magazine out for The Force Awakens, where they're all sitting in the cockpit, I think you can see them quite clearly on that. I'll see if I can put the picture up on the screen now.
Yeah, that'd be good.
But yeah, that's where it's from. So a little snippet. But that scene when he walks out, and like you said, I love the 3PO little wink as well.
Yeah.
Kind of, Master Luke, it's great to see you. And he's like a wink, and he walks out. And he just, fire! And you can see the hatred from Kylo.
Building up.
And he's like, do you think you hit him? And then he's standing there in that pile of red dust. And I got to say, that last scene, using the red, was such a genius move. Because
it looks like blood, but it's obviously...
Yeah, it looks like blood. And like, when you're seeing them shooting, the TIE fighters shooting the floor, you got these huge bursts of red. And you know, like, when they were looking down the trench, it looked like a sea of blood was falling in. So clear. These little touches of this film, I think, and what makes this film so good. These little tiny attentions to details, like you said, the Leia message to Luke. The dice, the connection there. I just think these little tiny... And he uses colour so well. Like the Snoke room. Because we haven't talked about that yet.
Red, but
the Snoke room now, red and the Praetorian guards.
All in red as well.
It just works so well.
When they smashed the window doing the fight scene, it didn't look nowhere near as good, did it?
No, and that's our next one for our top 5 is the lightsaber battle. Now, I know a lot of people are not happy there's not a lightsaber duel. Again, I'm doing the little finger thing. But there was a load of lightsaber action in this film.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Where Kylo pulls the lightsaber straight for the guy's head.
I did not see that coming, 100%.
I did the guy.
But I love the fact that when you watch it the second time, he's saying to him, I can see his every move. He's turning the lightsaber, and he's turning his lightsaber while he turns her. So he can see that in him. He's just so arrogant that he doesn't realise that it's him is turning too. And then he says he's going to strike down his true enemy, and before he figures it's too late. I think it was a brilliant way to kill him off. Again, I wish they just had like a scene where we found out who he was. I bet he was cut, and I bet he was in the extras.
Yeah,
in the outtakes or something. But I agree that his character didn't need. For this story, he didn't need a big thing.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see a young Snoke as the baddie in the Han Solo movie.
Could do. Could well do.
Because Han Solo knows him.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
yeah, but that scene fighting the Praetorian Guards, I love the fact that they were teaming up Kylo and Rey.
Yeah.
And the different weapons.
Different combos.
And the way they killed him.
Yeah, very impressive. Gotta say.
That when she throws the lightsaber and he just blasts it through his head.
Yeah.
I thought it was a great scene, and the use of red. And I didn't pick it up on the first time when he kills the one Praetorian guard, kicks him into the spinner, and it's like red confetti goes comes out of the turbine. I was like, that's so clever, that's so amazing. So I love that scene.
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah.
I maybe would have liked it, when it's over and they have that moment. I love that moment, and I love the fact they held the lightsaber and it broke.
Yeah.
Maybe they could have had a quick duel in there, two of them again. But are they building it up now for episode 9?
Yeah,
it's got to be, and it's got to be one of the most epic lightsaber battles of all. I mean, it's got to be up there. So moving on to the next one, we said about the final 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Humour. We said about the humour, didn't we?
Yeah, it's a good. Not too much of it.
I love the whole reach out and she just puts her hand down.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh my god, I can feel it. Yeah, it's amazing. Oh my god, it's so strong with you.
And the bit where Chewie's eating the little porgs.
Oh, it's brilliant. Literally the whole audience, I don't know if same as you, everyone went, oh. That was an instant, oh god, I gotta go buy a porg now.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of moment.
Tales for Christmas, I'm getting porgs.
So we'll leave that now. The other one I was going to mention is about Rey's parents, but we've done a lot of talk on Rey's parents and what we think of that. So, episode 9 and final thoughts. Where do you think the film's going to go? What's your prediction for episode 9?
Episode 9. Well, what's going to happen with that boy at the end? Is he going to be...
You think it's going to be something with him?
Yes.
I just think he's a symbol.
Are they going to do it like, I don't know, say 2 years later when that boy's a bit older?
Could do.
Or is it going to happen straight after the events of Last Jedi?
I think it makes sense to do it a time gap after it.
Yeah, so that boy will know then he's more into the Force.
Could be. Do you think she'll be gathering Jedi?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because what I noticed as well, is even though he burnt down the tree, she had the books on the Falcon.
Exactly, yeah.
In her drawer.
Yeah.
So this makes a lot of sense, because what I was thinking as well, with the lightsaber broken, she's going to have to build her own lightsaber.
Yes.
I'm thinking yellow. I think in yellow.
Yeah.
I am thinking yellow. And I would love to see a Darth Maul, but a hero side. Because she's got a staff.
That's right, yeah.
And I think it'd be really...
She should go from the one from the Force Unleashed, the black lightsaber.
Oh.
That would be good.
Dark sword.
Yes, that'd be good, wouldn't it?
Oh, that would be good. Anything else? What do you think in episode 9? What else do you think we're going to see?
What I was going to see...
It's got to be an all-out battle, hasn't it? I think we'll see the AT-ATs again.
Well, they said, didn't it? The war's just begun now, didn't it?
Yeah. So this has to be all-out war.
Yes.
And finish with that huge fight.
Yeah, the only bad thing about episode 9 is Leia's going to be CGI.
Oh, Carrie Fisher. And I got really emotional in the scenes with Carrie Fisher, especially I honestly, in that scene where the ship had blown up, I do think she maybe should have died then.
Yeah.
Or maybe kept that scene for the end.
Very end, yeah.
I do like the fact that Luke managed to have closure
with
her. I do like that. But I think as a perfect send-off, that would have been a good way
for her to go. Yeah.
For her to go. And for Rey's... for Kylo's character to close on the light.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think it would have been a good way, because I kind of said goodbye to her in that moment.
Yeah.
And then she came back, Mary Poppins style. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
See that going.
So, yeah, maybe if they do have a time gap, will the opening scene be a funeral?
Could well be, yeah.
Is a way in, I think, because I hope they don't CGI her.
Yeah, like in Rogue One.
I just don't think it'll work. I think her funeral would be...
Could be, yeah. If
the opening scene.
Got a time lapse and then. But apart from that, apart from the war, there's not really many hints. Put 9 yet.
I'm telling you, it's on the table, guys, and you heard it here first, the Geek Man Cave. BB-8 versus BB-90. It is on.
Droid Wars. Rogue Wars. Hey.
Yeah, Rogue Wars. Something I would really like to see is the Knights of Ren. Now, the Knights of Ren were mentioned.
Just thinking of Rey's vision from The Force Awakens. We've seen most of the other bits now, haven't we? We haven't seen the bit with the Knights of Ren.
What's interesting from that scene as well is that when you see that scene, you think that scene is... Now, when we know he's destroyed his helmet, we understand that. But we know from the scene where Luke, in this film, confronts Kylo.
Yeah.
and destroys the Jedi Temple, which I thought the rainy scene was. It wasn't raining.
No, exactly.
There's not even any sign of rain. So, is that a premature of the future?
Yeah.
Is she seeing the nice rain? And I think...
But he'd have to get his mask back as well, won't he?
The fact... He may make his own... Make a new mask.
Yeah, yeah.
The fact that...
Because if he
the Praetorian Guards are gone. Phasma's gone.
Mm.
Like I said before, Finn needs someone to fight.
Yeah.
I think...
Will Finn help Rey? If,
a group of Jedi Sith kind of thing.
Yeah, if the Knights of Ren, will Finn team up with Rey to help her fight?
Could do, yeah. That would be pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think the Knights of Ren, they were mentioned in the first one, and we always wanted, the Knights of Ren, it's something amazing. And we know that they're a group of Jedi, because again, it gets mentioned in this film, and I think... Yeah, they would be his Praetorian Guards, say, his kind of his elite soldiers that he'd have around him.
Yeah. All Jedi's as well. Sith,
yeah. So obviously the film's going to end with their conflict, whether they both die, whether Kylo dies. Like I said, I think she still sees hope in him. And if she's a Jedi, I don't think she'll kill him.
No, she'll try and turn him.
Yeah. I think she won't be able to.
No.
That would be across the dark side, wouldn't it? But this film needs to close the Skywalker saga, so obviously Leia won't be in it. No. The original 3 are then gone.
Yeah.
I hope Chewie doesn't die.
No.
We now know there's a pile of porgs living on the Millennium Falcon, which is amazing. Yeah, so I think... I don't know, and I think that's a good thing, the fact that we've always... Star Wars, we've kind of known and guessed and theorised that we can do this now, but it's fresh, and I hope they don't show us much for Episode 9, that it is that... shock and awe kind of thing, and it closes the Skywalker saga on a high. Because this, I think, the end of this film did a lot of things that could have been in the last film, with like Snoke dying, Phasma dying, the kid at the end. I think would have been a brilliant way to finish this film off. A New Hope kind of thing. And I know obviously the new saga that Rian Johnson's going to be doing after this, whether it's going to be after this event or before this event.
Exactly.
We never know. But I think it's going to be a lot on the First Order, a lot of the AT-ATs, a lot of battle.
They're going to go full force now, aren't they?
Oh yeah, they have to.
They've got to want to wipe them out now.
They have to.
Good and proper.
So yeah, closing. Where do you rank this in your Star Wars films? We funny enough talked yesterday, me and Ieuan, about our top Star Wars films. Now for me, Empire is still my favourite.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people out there don't, but this is my personal opinion, so please don't go crazy. And
don't rant.
Please put your list of what order you would put them in the comment section below. I'd love to see what yours are. Yeah. But mine goes Attack of the Clones. Yeah. Yes, not Phantom Menace first. I love Darth Maul, Pod Races, and Liam Neeson. Yeah. So I'd go Clones. Then Phantom Menace. Then Revenge of the Sith. Yeah. Then I'd go...
This is where it gets awkward.
It gets tricky after you get past the prequels. Now, I would say... Now, I'm a big fan of New Hope. That Death Star battle at the end, I think, is one of the best moments in cinema. I'm going to say...
Drum roll.
Rogue One.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to say Rogue One.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to say... Force Awakens.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Then I say New Hope.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, this is the hard one now. Oh, this is the hard one. I do like Ewoks.
Yeah.
Return of the Jedi. The Last Jedi. Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
I think this film, what it does do is it steers Star Wars in a new... And again, guys, this is my opinion. If you want to put Last Jedi as your last film, that's your opinion.
Yeah.
But I really think this film... It tugs on those nostalgia. It tugs on all the things we love about Star Wars. It's all about the characters. It doesn't need to really have a main story.
No.
It doesn't matter where the story gets to at the end. It's what these characters do.
Yeah.
Again, I do wish that we had a bit more on Snoke. A bit more action from Phasma.
The Executioner as well.
Yeah, the Executioners. But for me, I think... I love the direction they went with Luke.
Yeah.
I love Leia's character.
I just thought of another question as well.
Oh,
Simon,
go for it.
What was Tom Hardy playing?
I have no idea. And the only time I can think...
My girlfriend reckons. Go on.
No. Go. I was going to say as well, because Prince William and Harry were in this film, and there was 2 stormtroopers. So, and the only 2 times I think there was 2 stormtroopers on their own, when she first lands in her pod, she sees Kylo, and then there's 2 stormtroopers with handcuffs.
Or, like my girlfriend said, when Rose saves Finn from crashing that cannon. There's two stormtroopers come there, don't they?
Yes, that's right.
So,
yeah, there is.
But for Tom Hardy, we think it's
God.
when BB-8 is in the box and he crashes into the stormtrooper.
Yes, that's a good one.
Tom Hardy.
That's a good one. I like that. Did you see Gareth Edwards as well?
Rugby player?
No, not rugby player. I think I'm saying that right, Gareth Edwards. I'm sure I'm saying that right, Gareth Edwards. The director for Rogue One.
Was he in it?
Yes, he was.
Ooh.
The scene where they first go out to the trenches in the salty planet, and he does the footprint, and the other guy touches it and goes, that's like the guy sitting next to him. I'm pretty sure, again, if I've said his name wrong or I've got this wrong, do let me know, geeks. But yeah, I think that was him as well. And from Bottom, you know, the two from Bottom.
Yeah.
You know, the bald one. He was the guy on the ship with him. With Hux. He was. I can't remember his name as well, geeks, but it's another one there as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of... And the girl who says they're only so-and-so away she was from Game of Thrones. She was the little boy's mum.
That's right, yeah. I'm going to talk to Sattler from
what's her name? Stark's sister. Yeah. So there's loads of cameos in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really enjoyed this film. Swede, where would you put it in your top films? Do it in order, go on.
Do it in order. Obviously the prequels are the bottom three.
Yeah.
But I got to agree, Attack the Clones is probably my least favourite.
Yeah. Don't like sand.
Then Revenge of the Sith probably next.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
And then Phantom Menace. The lightsaber battle in Phantom Menace just...
is superb.
Yeah.
And fair enough, geeks, I am going to be doing my top 10 lightsaber battles in the channel this month before Christmas. So keep an eye out for that one as well. Yeah, it's a good Christmas tribute.
Then... Force Awakens probably next. A New Hope.
Was Rogue One going?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I'd go before Force Awakens actually.
So Rogue One, then Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Then New Hope. Now you got Jedi, Last Jedi, and Empire left.
I'd put Empire and Last Jedi joint second.
You'd put Empire and that joint second. You're a Return of the Jedi fan, aren't you?
Yeah,
I do like. We both do like Return of the Jedi.
Yes. Well, Luke's a fully trained Jedi.
I do like that. Good old Rancor.
Jabba the Hutt as well, yeah. Used to terrify me as a kid, the Jabba the Hutt bat.
Yeah, it is very good.
Yes.
Right, so there we have it. That is our review of Star Wars Last Jedi. I'd give it a good 8, possibly 9 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10.
9.
But what do you guys think? Like, I know this film has divided fans. Literally, like, it's crazy. It's like 94% reviews at the moment, but from fan base it's like 50%.
Right, okay.
So it's like split down the middle. People don't like it or they like it. But again, it's your opinion, guys. It's whatever you think. If you didn't like this film, fam, let me know. If you think Attack of the Clones is the greatest Star Wars film of all time, let me know down below. You're wrong, but but put it down below.
Yes.
Right, I give a big thank you to my good friend Ieuan. I'm hoping to get him back on the channel again. Maybe you can do some Battlefront 2 maybe. It'll be nice on Twitch, live stream that to the channel. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you want to see more on Star Wars The Last Jedi or anything Geek Man Cave, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and remember, guys, it's your cave, your rules, and I'll see you next time.